Hello there, and welcome to the first of a series I'm going to call DIY D&D. First, I'm going to get into a little bit about a backstory. If you want to skip that, you can click on the timestamp, wherever it may be. Backstory time. So I semi-recently got into D&D, and I'm a DM now, so that's exciting. I got my little DM vault with some dice and things. So as a DM, I quickly realized that I needed to have some sort of backdrop and battle maps for different encounters that my players are going to face. So I went onto the internet and I didn't really find much. I found like videos of people like painting cardboard, squares, and like hexagons and like different things like that. I know that some people use like whiteboards and stuff like that. But for me, that's not really what I was looking for. So one day I found a sort of Chinese takeout scrolly thing. I'm just going to call it a scroll. I don't know if that's what it's called. I don't know. And I had a thought and I was like, oh, I could paint this. I could paint both sides of this. Oh, okay. All right, I can do that. And I just thought it was going to be a really super portable option. And I hadn't really seen anyone do this before. So yeah, happy to say that we have used the map several times in my campaign, which has been running for I think about 6 months now. I don't know. We started it when the whole COVID thing started, so I don't know. However long that's been. It's like the end of August, so I have no idea. But alright, so backstory's done, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so supplies. First you'll need a scroll. Basically something that can be rolled up and put in a backpack or something like that. I'm using a Chinese takeout calendar, as I mentioned before, but you can use whatever you can find. Second, you will need some paint. Black for the base coat. You can also use spray paint if you want. These are the paints that I will be mixing for the stone texture, and these I will be mixing together for a jungly/nature texture. Third, you will need some paintbrushes and a paint sponge. I recommend having one small paintbrush for detail and one larger paintbrush for larger areas. And finally, you will need some water to hydrate your brushes as necessary. But do not hydrate yourself with the paint water. It is not recommended. Alright, let's begin. Step 1. Lay out the side of the scroll that you want to paint. Step 2. Start by painting a black base coat on one side. If you're going double-sided like I did, first paint one side black, and then wait for it to dry, and then flip it over, and paint the other side black as well. Step 3. Take the darkest shade of the colors that you're going to be using and sponge it onto the map. So since I'm doing the stone side first, I'm going to first put down my darkest gray, and I end up using 4 shades of gray total. Step 4, take the next slightly lighter bit of paint and sponge it on. Step 5, take the next lighter color and sponge it on. Step 6, take the lightest hue of your paint and sponge it on. Then you just gotta wait for it to dry. If you're going double-sided, it's important to note that there will be some leakage through the cracks, but don't worry, we will be covering this up with paint on the other side. If you're going one-sided, then you can skip this part. Definitely have something underneath the map or you're going to end up with paint everywhere. After the stone side is finished and the paint is dry, flip the map over. For this side, I wanted to go for a more jungly floor texture, so I added a few layers of varying greens, going from darker shades to a little bit of lighter hues. I think I ended up using 3 shades in all, but I guess I forgot to film part of this, so this is what we're gonna get. After this is dry, flip it over and there'll probably be some bits of green that leak through on the other side. This can easily be fixed by using a small paintbrush to touch up the unwanted green bits. And voila! You now have a portable, rollable, and dare I say, scrollable battle map. I hope you enjoyed this video and that it was helpful for your D&D endeavors. I have some more DIYs and some other creative videos coming out in the very near future. You can also check me out on Skillshare. I just released a new video over there about how to loom knit a beanie hat if you're interested in that sort of thing. And you can also check me out on Instagram as well, and Facebook, oddly enough. So stay tuned. If you like, you can subscribe or whatever you want to do. Take care, and I will see you later.